Well, hello. It says I'm on air. I'm not putting my camera on this morning. I'm getting ready to go get in the shower, and I look like a booger. So I thought I'd just come on and talk and do my Vlogmas. I think this is number 7, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look on my channel to even see where I am. I haven't been doing a very good job keeping up with how many I've done, which one I'm on, you know, and because they're off the cuff and I'm not reading a script, I'm not following anyone else's script. Sometimes I say things off the cuff and people want to take them the wrong way. And I see people nitpicking one another a lot on YouTube. If they say a word wrong or they share do TMI or they're doing something that someone doesn't like. They really these there are people that are just angry and they nitpick things apart. And I have a friend that I said he was a recovered addict instead of recovering addict, and that was a mistake in typing. I mean, I typed the word, and it was made a huge deal out of. What kills me is yesterday, or day before yesterday, excuse me, my last vlog, I was talking about, don't worry so much. Everybody loves a gift card. And then, because I thought it might be interesting, everybody has different wish lists for Christmas. I thought, well, I'll share what mine are. Mine is cooking utensils. I want a deep fryer. I want a pressure canner and cooker. And, what else was it? Oh, the traditional gift that I get from the long comb. It's, that's a traditional gift, and then I said an AR-15, which I'm probably not gonna get, but, because 'cause we've got enough guns in the house, but I like them, I like to shoot them, and, that was on my list, and, one person was just infuriated that how dare I say that people need to cut back and not if it's worrying you and it's pressuring you to spend so much money on at Christmas, to cut back. It's okay. You don't have to buy something expensive when it's just going to put more stress on you paying bills and things like that. And then I proceeded to give my Christmas wish list. Now, why would somebody care? Why would somebody care so much about what I wanted for Christmas? I remember being a kid and we'd ask for all sorts of stuff. We didn't always get it. And sometimes we got more. It just depended, and we don't know each other's finances or the economic situation. There are people who can afford to buy a lot for Christmas. I, for one, am guilty of overbuying at Christmas for my child. It was like it was a competition between well, it wasn't her dad, it was her stepmom, because her dad really, he's not into the whole thing. He'd just give her money. But there for a while, there was like a competition going on, and it was ridiculous, and it was stupid, and we shouldn't have done it. But that's what happens sometimes when you're divorced and your child has two sets of families, 2 sets of Christmases to go to, and then not to mention going to all the grandparents' house and everything. But I've been thinking a lot about, there are trolls on here. We always talk about the trolls and the haters, and they're usually just unhappy people. And, to spend hours making a video just to try to embarrass someone, I mean, what a waste of time. You could have done something so much better. Or making a Twitter stream that, is full of nonsense. I mean, okay, there are some Twitter streams that I find hilarious, but they're not mean. But then there are those that are, trying to dox people and, saying horrible things about their family, and I just look at that and it doesn't make me feel bad. No, no. If I am taking up that much, if you're talking about me and I'm taking up that much real estate in your head, it's not my problem, it's yours. And I've been guilty at times back when I first started on YouTube. and first started watching, where I would join in with whoever my favorite creator was. If they didn't like somebody, well, I wouldn't like them either. Well, that was silly, because since then I've gotten to know those people that I was told were bad and evil and, did this and that and the other. I've gotten to know them, and some of them were pretty cool people. And you know, I've I'm like, why did I wait so long to learn who they were, who they really were? Well, it's because I was following along. I was following along on the hate train. And I see so many do that, especially with creators that they want to always be drama, drama, drama. And they can say that they're not drama, they don't want to be drama, they're not doing drama anymore, and all that. Oh, how many times have we heard that? It's ridiculous. And they never change. Whether it's playing music while people argue, or screaming at people to get out of your chat, and making up names for people and just talking crap. If your only talent in life is talking shit about people, you might want to go back to school. You might want to find a new career, get an education, find something you like, because that's not going to sustain you. And I was watching Rosie. If you don't watch Rosie O'Kelly, you are missing out. She's a brilliant woman. I love her to death. And she was talking about the gravy train for hate, and that it's run out. People don't. 2 years ago, there were drama channels that started, and I've never been a drama channel. I did a little bit on a couple of people but I went at it a different way. I went at it from a therapeutic, analytical side. But they were getting $200, $300 super chats. That was before everybody figured out that, PayPal was easier. You got more money out of it, and YouTube didn't rob you. But, excuse me, drinking my Gatorade. Back 2 years ago, boy, you could roll the super chats. You could talk crap about somebody, like just one person, and focus in on one person. And this happened with several channels. They would pick a person, and every stream they would talk about them. And all their subs and minions and whatever you want to call them, lemmings, would join in and say, "Yeah, you're right. Here, have $50. And they were tipping them real big for being really bad. And when you reward bad behavior, what happens? We look at rewarding bad behavior in children, they just keep repeating it. If a child gets a cookie every time he throws a temper tantrum, he's going to be throwing temper tantrums all the time. And that's what happened. And it kept getting uglier and uglier until they left YouTube. There were, I don't know how many nervous breakdowns. Channels disappeared. They were like, I'm not doing this anymore. I can't do this. It's affecting my real life. People were being doxxed. People are still being doxxed, which is insanity. What's the point? What's the point of doxing someone? Are you going to drive by their house? You going to roll up, visit, send them something in the mail? Or are you trying to harass them to where they lose their real job? The job that maintains them and supports them. Because let me tell you, YouTube will not pay your bills unless you're so big. And you can buy all the subs you want. Let me tell you, it's been kind of funny because people have lost a lot of their subscribers, and they think that they're going to make them up by buying them. Well, that's a never-ending wheel, because YouTube cleans them out, and then you have to buy more. You're spending more money. You're not making the money because you're not getting the views. Listen, YouTube knows when you've got so many tens of thousands, 50,000, 40, 30, 20, whatever, and you're getting a very, very small percentage of that actually viewing your videos. It sends up a flag. They'll clean it out. So you're just losing money all around to do that. But I see people doing it. Some big channels doing it, trying to stay afloat because the money's not there anymore. And where the AdSense is great at this time of year, you can make all the BS streams you want. You can do whatever, have people follow you around while you do things around the house, or if you're not doing something that's actually creative and interesting, but you're just killing time, your AdSense isn't going to add up because people aren't going to watch that. I mean, that's just a plain fact. And YouTube, like I say, people were making really good money last year, not 2018, but 2017. And I had several different creators tell me how much they made. I was like, holy crap. I said, and I told them, I said, if this keeps on, you can quit your day job and do it. I said, but I said, I'd wait because you never know. Well, sure enough, the adpocalypse came. Remember that? And YouTube started taking down monetized channels. They cut their AdSense. The AdSense was cut down. Everything went up in smoke. It seemed like people who were making a couple of $1,000s a month off YouTube were down to making about 500, and you can't live on that, even in the worst neighborhood. So, I look at what people did in response to the adpocalypse. They started doing more drama. They started doing more crazy things. It was, all for attention because that's what it's about, right? I've been told it's all about views and subs. That's not why I do it. I listen, everything I get goes to the dog shelter or the dog rescue. I don't know why I keep saying shelter when I mean rescue. And I'm tickled to death. I haven't pulled it out yet. I haven't pulled it out. Going to give it in one lump sum. I think that would be kind of cool. Say, hey, here's what I made on YouTube, and it's all yours, and I'll keep it coming. So there's that. But people have been, the drama's been amped up, and it's gotten cruel. And people are making up lies. And once a lie is in the air, it's really hard to disprove. There are people who have done nothing but hateful content and bullying content. And of course, it's like it's like being in the schoolyard. If two kids start to fight, everybody gathers around to look, right? Nobody wants to get hit, but everybody wants to watch a fight. But what happens? Those two people, they end up hurt, usually. And everybody else goes back to business and soon enough forgets about it. So I don't want my content to be that. I think that's tacky, and if I go into a chat and people start fighting, I'm just getting out. There are chats that I go into where we'll vent and then, talk about something that's going on or something happened, and then we get to laughing, and as my friend says, then we start talking about poop for some reason. I don't know why, but and I'm sure I'm talking about Pirate Calypso, love her to death, and we have a good group of friends that gather at her channel, and I'm very blessed to be a part of that. It's been so much healthier, it's been a lot happier, and my channel, I try to stay away from drama on my channel. I try to actually do things, and it's been rough where I've been sick, but I'm still here. I'm still growing. I'm fine with how my channel is going. And like I said, I titled this a little this, a little that, because these are the things that have been on my mind this morning. And if you saw my Twitter, you'll see that I said, if your Twitter line consists of all hatefulness and attacking someone or another, and just mean, maybe you want to step back and see if it's not you. Because if your goal in life or on your channel or on your Twitter or whatever is just to hurt someone, to attack someone over and over again, that's indicative of your mental state, not mine. And you can call me crazy all you want. Maybe I am. Maybe we all are. That's okay. You can watch my old streams. You'll see I've never hurt anyone. I've never bashed or screamed at people. I don't do that. I don't want to ever do that. I don't want to get on here and sob and cry and scream and have snot going everywhere and making an ass out of myself. That's not what I want to do. And I'm never going to do that. I've been on a couple panels where I had to scream to be heard, and I'm like, why did I do that? It's not me. I'll make snarky comments. Sometimes people don't get my sense of humor. I get that. That's okay. We're all different. Mm, you know, but I'm responsible for my actions and the things that I do. And if you don't like them or you don't like me, then stop watching me. And you know who I'm talking to. You all out there who are waiting for me to say something wrong, waiting to waiting to find something to pick apart. You know, I want to be better than that. And you should want to be better than that too. And yeah, Lauren Doll. I gave her a shout out in one video and she said, "Oh my God, she was mad at me for calling her Miss Butterworth. She said that's racist." I was being funny. I laughed my ass off at that, you know, um, because that was at the time when everybody was calling everybody else a racist. I don't know what race Miss Butterworth is, but if you want to call me that, that's fine. Um, but it was a joke and I laughed about it. But I got called schizophrenic because I don't know how I'm schizophrenic because I made a joke about one comment and she took it wrong, and then I gave her a shout out and said she's funny. Is that schizophrenia? Because if it is, if uh, then everybody is afflicted, and they're not. So quit y'all quit reaching to hurt people, whether it's me or anybody else. You know, I don't go on here making videos about you. I don't say I don't put personal business that someone has told me, even if we don't get along, I don't put it out there. Not going to. And, I'm going to be happy with me and I'm going to do me. And, and when I go back to work, I will probably be on YouTube much, much less. If you remember back before I got sick at the beginning of the summer, I was working till like midnight every night and getting up at 7 or 6 in the morning. It was a lot, but I hope I don't go back to that kind of schedule because that was crazy. It wore me out, but I won't be on as much. I won't be streaming probably as much because I'll be busy and I can't listen, but except for when I charted, I'd listen a lot. But anyhow, those are my this and that thoughts for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you have a blessed day and get your shopping done. Lord knows we got to get ours done. All right. Well, that's the end. And I love you and you love you. Have a good day. Bye.